Welcome to Mind Course, where we explore the fascinating stories and events that have shaped our world. In this episode, we will delve into the history of Hungary, a country located in Central Europe. From its earliest origins to modern times, Hungary has a rich and varied history that has been shaped by its location, culture, and its people. Join us as we take a journey through the centuries to discover the secrets of this remarkable country. The history of Hungary dates back to the 9th century when the Magyar tribes, who were originally from the Ural Mountains in modern-day Russia, migrated to the Carpathian Basin. The Magyars were skilled horsemen and warriors, and they quickly established a powerful kingdom that dominated the region. The first Hungarian ruler, known as Arpad, led his people in the conquest of the surrounding territories and established the foundations of what would become the Hungarian state. Throughout the 10th century, Hungary continued to expand its territories and become a major power in Central Europe. The country became a Christian kingdom in the year 1000 when King Stephen I was crowned. Stephen I was a visionary leader who transformed Hungary into a modern state by introducing a system of government, laws, and institutions that were modeled on those of the Western European kingdoms. The medieval period was a time of great change and turmoil in Hungary. In the 13th century, the country was invaded by the Mongols, who devastated much of the kingdom and killed many of its people. Hungary was able to recover from this disaster and continued to grow and expand its territories throughout the 14th and 15th centuries. The medieval period also saw the rise of the powerful Hungarian nobility, who were the backbone of the kingdom. The nobility controlled vast estates and had significant political power. But they were also heavily influenced by the culture and traditions of the neighboring Western European kingdoms. In the 16th century, Hungary became embroiled in the religious conflicts that were sweeping across Europe. The country was divided between the Catholic Habsburgs, who ruled over much of Central Europe, and the Protestant princes who were seeking to establish their own states. Hungary became a battleground in this struggle, and the country suffered greatly as a result. Despite these difficulties, Hungary was able to develop a vibrant cultural and artistic scene during the Renaissance. The country produced many great writers, artists, and thinkers, including the poet János Arany, the painter Mihaly Munkacsy, and the philosopher Imre Lakatos. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Hungary became part of the powerful Austrian-Hungarian Empire, which was one of the largest and most powerful states in Europe at the time. The empire was ruled by the Habsburg dynasty, and Hungary enjoyed a significant degree of autonomy within the empire. During this period, Hungary experienced a period of economic growth and modernization. The country developed a strong industrial base and became a major center for trade and commerce. Hungary also made significant strides in education and culture, with the establishment of many universities and cultural institutions. The outbreak of World War I had a profound impact on Hungary. The country was on the losing side of the conflict, and as a result, it lost much of its territory and population. Hungary was forced to sign the Treaty of Trianon in 1920, which severely limited its territory and made it a much smaller state than it had been before the war. The interwar period was a time of great turmoil and political instability in Hungary. The country was ruled by a series of authoritarian governments, and there were frequent outbreaks of violence and unrest. Despite these changes, Hungary continued to struggle economically, and the standard of living for most Hungarians remained low. The communist government was also marked by political repression and human rights abuses, and many Hungarians grew increasingly disillusioned with the regime. In 1956, a popular uprising broke out against the communist government, sparked by protests against the government's economic policies and political oppression. The uprising was initially successful, with the government of Imre Nagy agreeing to a series of reforms and declaring Hungary's intention to withdraw from the Warsaw Pact. However, the Soviet Union quickly intervened, sending in tanks and troops to crush the uprising. Thousands of Hungarians were killed, and many more were imprisoned or forced to flee the country. The uprising marked a turning point in Hungarian history, and it remains a powerful symbol of resistance to oppression and tyranny. In conclusion, Hungary has a long and complex history, marked by periods of great achievement and progress as well as periods of turmoil and oppression. From its early days as a kingdom to its role in World War II and its struggles under communist rule, Hungary has faced many challenges throughout its history. Today, Hungary is a democratic country with a thriving economy and a rich cultural heritage. While it continues to face some challenges, including tensions with the European Union and concerns about political freedom and human rights, Hungary remains an important player on the global stage and a fascinating country with a rich and diverse history. Thank you for watching this video on the history of Hungary. We hope you found it informative and interesting. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more interesting topics, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our latest content. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.